Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to Railway Empire and the Germany DLC playthrough. You see we've got some trains being held up at the moment. This is the issue I was talking about here, where we've got trains kind of holding each other up on this line running through here. So we need to sort of sort that out as quick as we can. Let's build our freight loop here. And now, if we just slow time down, where is our freight train on this service? It's this one here. We're going to rework this line here. Again, we only have a single line on here at the moment, and it's running where it doesn't need to. So we're going to get rid of Halbach Hollow off that service there. And we're going to get rid of Frankfurt and Main off there as well. It's just going to run between those two, and it's going to run on this dedicated line like that. That's freight only. Confirmed. Now what we're going to have to quickly do and check is make sure that these aren't running on there as well, and they are. So these need to run, so from Kassel needs to run on that line there. To Frankfurt, to Worms, back to Frankfurt, and then needs to run on that line there. There we go, and that's our passenger line that's running. So let's see. Actually, is that? Let's switch that over. Let's discard those changes. So we want to run out on. Let's go back to the freight train here. Let's get this to run out on. I need to change my signals actually before I do this. I'm going to try and maximise the fact that this is the shortest route, this top line here. So that's going to become my express line, and this is going to become my freight line. So I can't change that signal. Can I remove it? I can. It's reset the train all the way back to its start point, so that'll respawn here in Kassel. That's fine. I'm okay with that, because now we can send it out on the right line. Let's remove, actually leave that stopped there like that. Let's take these signals out, because there's only the one train that's going to be running the line at the moment, so it's not necessary for us to have all these signal breaks. And it's just going to confuse me leaving them in there. There we go. So again, take that out, switch that one over, put that one in. So we're creating an express line on the shortest route, and then this line on the bottom, which was part of our passenger service, is now going to become our freight service. Making sure I have been switching these over correctly. Yes, I have. So again, I'll get rid of that, drop that in there, switch that over. Oh, I've already switched that one, haven't I? Switch it back. There we go. And then the approach to the station, like that. There we go. And that actually wants to be that way around. As does... That's the right way around. Yes, that's good. I don't think there's going to be a necessary issue. But we now have our express passenger line. So now we can fix our freight service. And we can get that to run... on that line on its own. So it's currently on the wrong train, on the wrong track at the moment, but when it comes back it'll just be running on this bottom line, and it'll be only train running on there for now. All of our passenger trains, if we now try and check those, they've automatically defaulted to the shortest possible route, which is the one we've just signalled. That's our new express route. So they're going to be slow going back this way, because they're going to possibly get held up with this train, although having said that, It's only carrying a refrigerator car at the moment, so it shouldn't really be losing that much speed. Shouldn't really have too much of an effect. And that should automatically sort out our... Did we create a second one of those? I don't know if we did. I thought we had a second one of those. Yeah, oh, it's there already, look. It's the one we sent back to Castle. You can see there it's running on the top line, the express line. So that's good. We do have an issue on here because we don't have a supply tower. Let's drop one of those in. And let's drop the supply tower in just there. Seems like as good a place as any. And we need to double up our track down here to continue our passenger services running nice and smoothly through here. So how much is that going to set me back? 81,300 and something. Just realised I've got a little bit of a kink there, so I might possibly straighten that bit of track out a little bit later. But we'll leave it like that for now. So we need another 60,000 effectively. Let's get time sped up a bit. That train having a little bit of a wobble there. Ah, you can see it's greyed out the exclamation mark because it's broken down. That's interesting. I've not seen that before. And there it goes. It's running again with the grey, with a sort of a yellow exclamation mark. 'Cause it ran out of supplies. Hits the supply tower. That'll go there. Turn around. Come back. Drop off. And then it'll be able to fix itself at the maintenance shed there. So a little bit of a workaround, but we'll get there. There's that passenger train running through. Where's the other one? That one's just left. So we'll get ready to duplicate that train in a moment. Actually, no, we need to get the other line up and running first of all, don't we? So we don't have a bottleneck in this lower section. There we go. We've got enough cash. Let's build the line. There we go. Let's make sure that it's signalled appropriately. Again, automatically starting to scroll down to find where I need to be. Let's put signals here. And signals here. And then space our signals through here. I'm a little concerned that that bridge spacing isn't enough. We'll have to check that. Well, you know, the signals on the bridge here. I get the feeling they might be a bit short. We'll check that as the train goes through. Let's slow time down a bit as this train goes through here and check it against the signals. Let the rear of the train clear those signals there. Oh no, look, it is. It is just going to fit. Okay, that works. Should be the same over here. Now we're in a position where we can effectively duplicate our passenger trains and not have them getting bottlenecked. Now we've just got to get the cash for that. Let's take a look at what we've got in terms of points to spend. We want the freight fee. Definitely want that. That's a good one to have. And what have we got personnel-wise? A surveyor and, oh, an accountant. Reduces the cost of successful auctions by 20%. Does not get on with the surveyor. Yeah, the accountant's a much better choice. So out of the two, we're going to fire the surveyor. We're not looking at building any tunnels anytime soon. I just hope to maybe level the surveyor up to the point that would be a huge discount when we needed them. But yeah, out of the two, we want the surveyor. Oh, and who's the other staff member? A promoter. That's going to increase population. Castle is actually doing quite well by the look of it. Getting good fulfillment of demand there. Frankfurt is only at 47%. We can boost that enough, we might be able to get a second business in there. Worms is even isn't much better at 41%. In fact, worse. Look, so Yeah, let's use a promoter on Frankfurt. See if we can get space for a second business to go in. Let's go accounts. No, where is? Oh, we weren't quick enough, and that available employee has gone. Never mind. There'll be another one. There'll be another promoter along at some point. See our trains just kind of stacking in each other's way a little bit at the moment. It's not much of a delay. It's not too bad. And we will look to upgrade these to 4 tracks at some point in the future, but we can make do with what we've got so far. I do want to get another one of these trains up and running as quickly as I can. Just look and see where my goods are. One goods train's there. The other one I think is, yeah, there. So they're both in the same spot. Where's our freight train here? It's carrying a full load, that's good to see. It's what it carries back, which is going to be reduced, I think. Those pigs to feed the meat industry there, the wurst industry, are obviously coming in by cart. We can't supply them any other way at the moment. Bit of a shame. Let's see what we can do to maybe boost Frankfurt. What are they short on? They have a demand for sausages and potatoes, minimal demands, and wood, minimal demands, and we can get those delivered by cart. But we could also maybe, we've got potatoes on the actual line here, look. We could maybe look at a small station, get that set up, and then start running potatoes to either city. What's Castle's demands like? See, they're not getting potatoes either. Again, they've got a very small demand. They're not getting pigs either. Interesting. Right, let's find one of our passenger trains. Clone that and send it out quickly before this one gets to the station. There it is. We've got some points. Increase the number of packages. Increase the time passengers wait. You know what? Let's start work on new locos. So let's drop the points on the express trains there. Increases number of passengers by 8%. That's good. We have the Iron Duke, which I think, if I remember rightly, is left over from the UK DLC. In fact, yeah, look. Let's see what else is left over. The Firefly was from the British DLC, as was the Derwent, and obviously the Rocket. So you can see how some of these are being carried across. The Adler is actually a new one for Germany. But you see, designed and built in England, the Adler is the very first commercially successful locomotive engine on German soil. So that's part of the new Germany DLC. The Jervis is an old train, I think. The Jenny Lind, that was from the British DLC. I think, as I say, I think the G&M, not the G&M, sorry, the Iron Duke was from that as well. But this is obviously from our new Germany DLC, as is, I think, the Waverley. Not 100% certain on that one. Then we've got the Rhine and the Hulda. Those are two new German trains. The Class F is a new German train. That's an old American train. The Consolidation B. The Class 3B, that's a new German train. And the Baldwin 10-wheeler, that's an American. So we've got a good selection of new trains for us to mess around with, as you can see. And then down here, the Tyson 10-wheeler, again, it's an old American train. So we've got a nice little selection of new stuff to play with, which is good. Got an auctioneer. Don't need an auctioneer yet. There's a passenger train there. Let's run that forward a little bit more and then clone that. There we go. I've got an analyst that'll boost our company market rating. Not really a priority at this stage. Let's look at getting some spuds delivered. So let's get a small station built. This is where I've kind of knackered myself a little bit. Building our freight line so close there. Never mind. That's not a major... Oh, could be. Going forward. That could be potentially a little problematic. We could just do some passing loops. I think we'll be alright if we do that. Or we could divert the line entirely through here. That's something we could consider. Definitely want spuds to be available on both ends of the journey, and I can't fit it in here no matter how I try. And so it would have to be built this side. The ground falls away a little bit, so I'm going to have to be wary of incline costs. If I put the station there, and then look to connect this, I suppose I could bring the line out that way. See if I run it like that, parallel to that point, and then it goes into the station that way. And then this can be kind of dual track here, and then just single track through here. Yeah, we can do that. So we need another 49,000. Need another 40,000 to be able to afford that. Let's see how that works. We want to focus on getting Frankfurt improved because, you know, Castle's been doing quite well. And our freight trains, you know, they're starting to flag a little bit in some directions, but our passenger trains are nice and consistent. So they're a nice, good, small stream of income for us. Let's build that there. I'm also going to want to then connect our lines with a crossover just here, I think. Like that. Yes, that works. And then over here, I want this to kind of curve in, not too sharp, but not too shallow to make it too attractive a potential route. In fact, actually, this is going to want to become a parallel line, isn't it? So that's going to want to run through there and then connect up to there. So that's going to cost me only 40,000. That's cheap. I bring that off. I don't want to have a switch over right before the supply tower. So if I bring this here like that, and then I can have my switch over just here, and then I've got a little bit of clear track up to that. So we'll do that. That's 40,000 we need for that. We're almost there already. And then I'm going to have to get creative with the way I do my signalling to make sure that trains don't start messing around.
Well, I was able to set some gears into motion, and the wheels of the authorities have started to grind. It almost seems that we could acquire concessions for laying tracks into other state territories soon. You might put some money aside, as these authorization procedures will always cost an arm and a leg.
Okay, so we've got a new task. Let's build that first of all. What is the new task? Own 600,000 in cash. So that's obviously a precursor to us going ahead and buying this territory here. Interestingly enough, you can actually buy this territory straight away. So I don't know if that's a bug where that's supposed to be locked off until you earn enough to be able to actually unlock it and then you can purchase it. But I mean, I could have bought that right at the very start if I wanted to. I just wouldn't have had any money for anything else. Right, so I want my switch over just here. It's a steep gradient. Why is it so steep? Let's try here. The track's a bit smoother. There we go, it's better. Okay, so this is where it gets a little bit more complicated in terms of the signalling. So we now have an in and out line over here, so that now needs to switch like that. That needs to be directional that way. Let's duplicate the signals down here. Then we've got our switchover point there, so that wants to be directional. And then running through here, that wants to be an either-or route. Again, we're just going to run a single train through there. So, oops. Just want stops at either side. And then, same again, this is going to be an either-or route through here. There's no signal control in this station, so we're going to need stop points either side of this. Like that. In fact, I'm probably going to need another supply tower now as a result of this. Let's drop one in probably here. This is going to be the line going that way. That's that way. That's a directional. Bring this over to here. That's going to be our directional from there. That's the crossover point. Okay, so that works. We've got a bypass. We've got our individual routes there. Yeah, that can work. I'm going to have to double check the freight loop. Make sure that it doesn't try and cut down the wrong line here. And when we marked it, it's just a question of where we marked the route. Now that we put this in, it might confuse things a little bit. I can't afford the supply tower yet. Okay, so let's find our freight train. There it is. And yeah, you can see its waypointing is changing as a result of this. So we need to change these waypoints. So it needs to come out on that line. And stay on that line. No. Alright, let's try this again. So, from Frankfurt, wants to go through that way. That's right, and then goes to Kassel, and then from Kassel, there we go, that's better. So it goes dual track through there where it can, runs through the single line through here, and then goes dual track again the way it should through there. That's what we want it to do. So, change is made. It may screw up the train approaching the station. It may get to the end and turn around and come back again. We'll see. And then what I also want now is a train to run from here to here. And that's automatically done itself as it should do. And then I also want another train to run from there to there. And again, single track and then dual track where it can. Excellent stuff. Right, now, has that broken this train? It's gone all the way through and it's turned around, yes. That's broken that train a bit. So that's going to go all the way back, frustratingly, all the way back to Frankfurt, turn around and then go all the way back to Kassel again. But it will use the correct route now. Right. So I've got 2 trains I need to save up for. Before I do drop another train, probably going to add one more express train in. Just need a little bit more cash. Need something to clear. We've got a bit of a priority problem over here with our signals, I think. Alright, there we go. Get some movement. Maybe that train was just getting maintenance. It might have been getting maintenance. So, let's clone this train before it gets too much closer. There we go. Get an extra express train on the line. Something's broken down. Oh, it's just a random breakdown. We have some points to spend. Do we get the caboose? Could do. The Waverley is faster and better tractive power. Like, it's still a mixed train, so yeah, we definitely want to unlock that, I think. Tyson 10-wheeler is still mixed. Don't really want to use that anyway. And then mixed, and there's our first express train tucked all the way up there, look, the holder. There's a bit of a way to unlock that, isn't it? So yeah, let's drop some points there. Get that a little bit closer to getting faster trains. And these should be unaffected by those changes that we made. Yes, they are completely unaffected. Good stuff. So, now I just need to kind of earn some extra cash. Let me have a look at that stoker. It's going to improve reliability. I'm actually going to stick reliability on... Actually, no, the reliability might also improve passenger rating. Passenger rating's already improved, so I don't think it's going to make much of a difference, but we'll stick it on there anyway. We'll make our passenger service a bit more reliable. I suppose I probably could have stuck it on here actually, because we've got no maintenance over here as yet. That's our only station with a maintenance shed. And we've got some extra cash now, so let's find those two trains. That's Nordham to Kassel. That's Nordham to Frankfurt. We want to work on Frankfurt. So let's add a train. There we go. And Nordham to Kassel. We can almost afford a train on that route as well now. You see our passenger service is running very, very efficiently there. Lots and lots of passengers on the on each of the routes. Those trains are running pretty well stocked in terms of number of cars and carriages. It's good to see. Just need a little bit more cash to get another train up and running. There we go, that's enough. So add the train. There it is. And that's going to start delivering spuds into Kassel, which is actually seeing a decline now. Oh yes, we're definitely going to want museum trains going forward. Nobody else seems to be bidding against us yet. That's a good thing. Excellent stuff. Now why have these yellow dots got bigger? Bigger stations. That would explain it. That's a 4-track. So there's a 4-track over here as well for Beatrix in Berlin. Yes, it is. She's gone with a 4-track station up there, look. Nope, that's the wrong station. That's 4-track as well. Okay, I'm curious. Look how big her network is already, look. How well developed it is compared to us. Maybe they're the capitals. Yeah, they're main cities. I don't know. Don't know why those ones have suddenly gone with a larger ring around them. What do we need to get into Kassel to stop that from declining? Everything. They've got no sausages left. They've got no pigs to make the sausages. They're not getting any grain either, actually. Do we have a grain nearby? I think that's out of our territory. It is, and we can't. Do I run grain from Hallback Hollow? It would cause a bit of an issue over here, because I can only run a single train through here at a time. And that's a long stretch. I don't know. Don't know what to do now. The potatoes will help. I want wood. I don't think I've got wood. I've got peat and I've got fruit. If I come down here, I've got iron, hops, but I don't have another business that needs a brewery, and I've got this huge mountain here. It's going to be an expensive tunnel to get through there. Dairy, but again, I've got no demand for that. I've got more peat down here, so they want products that I just cannot physically supply, or would cost me way too much to supply to make it worthwhile doing. Yeah, we're going to need to just basically save up our cash now and gain access to here as quickly as we can, so we can get pigs being delivered into Castle as quickly as possible. That would certainly improve our fortunes quite dramatically. They would start getting 2 products that they want, sausages and pigs, and we'll be able to ship meat out to our other 2 cities over here as well. So I think we are kind of stuck in a bit of a holding pattern now. Let's make sure we've got a supply tower up in here, because we never actually dropped that in, did we? There we go. And we'll just have to kind of let things run a little bit. There's no demand for fruit yet, I don't think. Yeah, there's no demand for fruit until we hit 51,500 people. There's no demand for peat until we hit 92,000 people. So the goods, and 87.5 for salt. So of all the goods that we've got nearby, we're delivering all of them. Not even hops. There's no demand for hops yet. So we're kind of screwed in some respects. We can't do anything yet. And I need one more thing unlocked over here. So I'll probably have to wait for an auction over there. Let's go with package deliveries. Make sure that we're getting good income from our express trains. Where is our express train, our first one? That's number 2. There it is. So this is the one with the stoker. There's no difference. There's no sort of connection between those 2. So let's stick this employee on train number 2 then. That'll give us a boost to passenger rating there. Should hopefully load speed up load times for mail packages as well. Yeah, a little bit quicker than the passenger cars. Not by much, but a little bit. You see, look, that train's just running back with nothing on it. So I'm starting to wonder if it's maybe a good idea for us to again, I've only got a single line through here, haven't I? I'm wondering if it's maybe worth... Yeah, let's do that. Let's scrap. Where's our other potato train? It's there. We'll let that get delivered. What I'm going to do is, with this route here, I'm going to get this on the way back. So I'm going to need to get rid of waypoint 2. I'm going to get it to call in at Nordman Estate. And there, do that. So it'll go off and it'll deliver pastries on the up line. Drop those off at Castle, come back, pick up some spuds and take those in. So it's not having a wasted journey on the way back where it's not doing anything. This again may possibly break the train when it gets to the end of the line, but we'll see. And then we'll just sell the spud train, which is that one. Let's manage and delete that train. We'll get some money back and cut down our expenses a little bit as well. What have we got? A market crier. Oh yes. Let's go market crier in... Oh no, market crier is just going to improve number of people, isn't it? Alright, passengers or parcels? Let's go passengers. See our trains starting to stack up behind each other a little bit in some places because of the way that the twin tracks kind of work over here. They're both kind of going in on this same line here, which is a little frustrating. Yeah, it'd be nice if that routed onto this line here automatically, and then there wouldn't be that delay, but it doesn't seem to want to do that. It seems to want to go along to here and then cut across like that. Once again, the AI is looking for that shortest possible route, so it doesn't always route them as efficiently as it could do. And a random breakdown over there. We could maybe look at getting another maintenance shed somewhere as well. Maybe here at Worms. I don't know. Probably leave it as is now. Frankfurt's improving with those potatoes, look. But this is the thing. This is why I've killed the regular Potato Express, because we've got 11. We're not going to need another delivery of potatoes for a while now, so having that as a regular service not going to be amazingly helpful. It's going to end up costing us money, I think, in the long run. Over here, they've got a slightly higher demand for potatoes, and plus we kind of need to just shovel something in there to make up for the fact that they are missing on goods. And Mediator, Saboteur, Bandit, no use for us on any of those. So we just need to get some extra cash. How are we doing on our second task? Oh, we've done that, and we've got a big gold tick as well. So hopefully we've done that in half the time. So by the end of 1853, we need to own 600,000 in cash. So again, we should get a big gold tick on that one as well, I hope. Because I'm not going to be spending any more money now. I'm just going to be sitting back and letting the money go up. Half tempted to maybe pay off one of the bonds. We've only got one bond, haven't we? I could theoretically take a bond out. Let's try this. See if this works. Actually, no, because that could trigger the next task and then we run out of time. Let's wait. We'll let the value go up a little bit more, and then hopefully when we do come to take another bond out, the amount we can take will be even higher. So let's just sit and run. Another random breakdown. Sit and run at double speed like this for a little while. Let some of our finances go up. We're going to sit on one of our trains. We can find one that's actually running. There we go. Let's centre on the train and ride along. See the Germany flags. And we should see some express movement on the other line as we head over to Frankfurt. 28 miles an hour. It's not the fastest speed, is it? It's as fast as we can manage at the moment. That's the potato farm just there. There's the line that branches off to go up to the station, the other side of the hill, hidden from view. I think we can just see it behind those trees there. Potato fields. Yeah, there's our station building just there, look. And then that line will rejoin just a bit round those trees over there. Take a look behind us and a look on the line itself. It always feels so much faster when you're right down in front of the tracks like this. And there's the rejoining potato line just there, look. Good stuff. So, let's speed time back up again. We've got a few staff to look at. Professor. No, I don't want to give up points. We've got an engineer. Increase speed. Yes, we'll hire this engineer. we'll plonk the engineer on that train there. Let's slow time down. We've now got some more points to spend. Increase passengers, increase the time they wait, increase the number of applicants. We'll hang on to those points and go for... I don't really want to unlock the Iron Duke with 200 points, but don't really have a choice at this matter at this moment. We'll hang on to the points for now. If we get lucky with an auction, we might be able to actually do that without paying out too much. We'll buy the security guard and we'll stick him on our one and only freight train. There it is. No, that's the wrong one. Frankfurt Nordman. Yes, that's the one we want. So we want to make sure that this train has our security guard. There we go. Yeah, we know about the points. What's the other staff member that's new? What have we missed? Another analyst. Again, we don't need an analyst yet. It's kind of one of those wasted motions for us. We're almost at 600,000 though, so we're about to unlock the next task. Look at that, we've got a full train of potatoes.
Quite a bit has happened regarding the cross-border expansion. At first glance, everything seems to be quite tricky. But pay attention to me for a second. First and foremost, have a look at the different state borders.
Oh, I guess he's waiting for us to actually physically do that. Okay. Territory.
Here, you are able to see the different regions available for further expansion. I admit, the choice is still limited, but that will change soon, hopefully. Select a region to have a look at it now. As you can see, you will obtain some general information about the region and a statement about the costs for authorization procedures. You should consider very carefully into which region you would like to expand your business. As soon as you have made your choice, you will have to confirm your decision.
It's obviously going to be this one here. It's the only one we can afford that's going to give us the goods that we need. I mean, the Brandenburg territory up here, 4 million marks. It's just horrifically expensive. This territory here would be nice, the Hanover territory, but Hanover is 1.8 million. This would be a useful territory, Westphalia, but it's 850. So we're going to go with this territory here, the Thuringia territory. Actually, is there pigs in Westphalia? No, there isn't. So yeah, we definitely want this territory because we want access to that pig farm. It's going to be very, very useful. So let's buy... I'm guessing that's what our task is. Secure access to 2 areas. Oh, by the end of 1853. Ooh, okay. All right, let's buy that territory, that first territory there. There we go. It didn't actually confirm it. We just hit triangle and that was it. So I think this might be slightly bugged. It didn't give us the confirm your selection option. And all these ones that are supposedly locked off at the start aren't actually locked off. We just don't have the money for them. So we have access to our new Thuringia territory, which means we have pigs, we have a new city, we have salt, but we don't have any need for salt for quite some time. Because anything that's going to involve salt needs a much higher population than we currently have in any of our cities. So next time out, because we're pretty much out of time, we're going to build a small station here, connect this up to this network here. At some point we will also connect up to Weimar and start running passenger services as well. But more important than that is obviously getting our pigs connected up and start delivering those into Kassel. That will definitely be a huge boost to us financially, as well as boosting the population of Kassel, and then hopefully with the delivery of sausages again, Frankfurt, and maybe even Worms as well. So that's the plan of action. I will see you with some more Railway Empire Germany DLC. very soon.